Hello everyone, it is currently 10:41 p.m.-ish. I'm back in Vietnam. By the time this video is posted, I'll likely be back in Melbourne already, but I just got back today from Bangkok. I flew from Bangkok to Vietnam. I'm here for another week and then heading back to Melbourne. And if you're wondering why my nose looks like Pennywise's hair, the color of Pennywise's hair is because I've been having this weird cold flu thing for the past 5 days. Been drinking so much paracetamol, so much ibuprofen, and it doesn't seem to be getting better and my voice is raspy. That's why I haven't been talking much today, but I feel like making a video despite being sleep deprived and despite waking up early. I feel like making a video, so here I am with another night chat. And today I want to talk about how I failed my first YouTube channel and that the story behind that and sort of like some encouragement for other budding creators out there and people thinking about sharing stories online and the internet. So for those of you who don't know, because I've made videos about this before, I don't remember what I've titled my videos, but I've talked about this before, that this current channel on YouTube of mine is not the first channel I attempted to make. And it started in 2016 where I was studying first year psychology at uni. I'm still passionate about mental health now as I was back then. I wanted to share content with the world and I started a channel called Just Random Psychology where I wanted to share, my plan was to share things about psychology that I was learning and things about the brain, how the brain works, and things about psychology in general and mental health. I filmed a video about the brain. I was talking about brain lobes at the time and I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know anything. I just like record on my camera. I was holding my camera and I was just vlogging, sitting at my front door inside my house in 2016, and then I uploaded that like 10-minute video to a channel I made called Just Random Psychology. And then the next day I deleted the video and I also deleted my whole channel because at the time I had really bad social anxiety and I attempted to make a YouTube channel because I really wanted to talk about things and share content with the world, and that was my first attempt. However, that attempt was not successful, but there was still a part of me that still wanted to make videos. And then I tried again in 2018, which is 2 years later, and I still had anxiety about posting the video, and I started a series called Let's Talk About Mental Health on this channel. That's how this channel started. It was a reattempt at mental health advocacy and talking about psychology and talking about mental health. I had anxiety still about leaving the video up, but I left it up anyway, and that's how this channel has survived, and it's 2024 and it's been 6 years and it's still standing, and it's because I didn't delete that video despite how much anxiety I was feeling, because my social anxiety was pretty bad at that time too. I didn't delete the video, I didn't delete my channel, and it's bloomed to what it is today. This was also before I came out as trans, before I started exploring trans identity, even like understood what that meant, etc. So I started this before I came out as trans as well, which is really interesting because this whole channel has been me being very passionate about mental health, still am. Started as a mental health advocacy channel and it became a space for me to just document my lived experiences, whether it's mental health or not, and then it's just a place for me to explore films creatively and just a platform for me to like sort of document my life. And that's what this channel has essentially become, beyond the scope of what I intended it to be initially, which is purely mental health advocacy. Yeah, and just linking to that, sort of this train of thought is I knew I knew deep down I wanted to make videos. It's just like something I wanted to make content in some shape, way, or form, and share my experiences online. And the first time I tried, like I just explained earlier, it was unsuccessful. And sometimes success doesn't happen on the first try. And it doesn't mean that I don't want to make videos or that it's a path that I'm going to discontinue forever. It's just at that point in time, with what I was going through at the time, embarking on creating YouTube videos and having the confidence and enough sort of control over anxiety to leave the video up there despite the anxiety of social scrutiny and not feeling good enough to make videos, and the self-doubt, the lack of self-confidence, the inner critic. Essentially, in 2016 I didn't have enough strength to overcome that and like leave the video up. And then I try again in 2018. I had enough strength and power over anxiety to leave the video up despite how much anxiety was nagging me. And I guess I'm trying to encourage you out there who's trying to create videos or art or sort of embark on a new project or explore your hobby, that it doesn't always lead to success on the first go, and that's completely okay. And it's okay to park it for like a later stage in your life where you might feel more ready, you might feel more equipped to do it. If you don't feel ready, but you just want to like break the anxiety barrier anyway or something like that, you can just do it and see how it goes. If you're not ready, then that's also okay, and it's okay to park it for later. There's no timeline to this. Like, you can start doing something at any age. It's not too late to start. It's not too late to start a YouTube channel if you want to share content with the world. I think I will stick with that just for this video, like telling your story. It's not too late to tell your story, whether it's in the form of vlogs, whether it's in the form of videos, whether it's in the form of drawings, comics, music, songs, sculpturing, creating digital art. It's not too late to start telling your story and sharing with the world. And I think stories are what connects humans, like lived experiences, stories, people seeing our work and your work, my work, and feeling less alone and feeling like they connect with another human being on a deeper level beyond the superficial. That is incredibly powerful, and I think there needs to be a lot more of that in the world, in all niches, with a lot of different diversity. There needs to be a lot more, like storytelling from diverse voices. And it doesn't always happen on the first try, and that's okay. And if you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel or making videos or writing and sharing your story to the world, or whatever it is that really interests you or something that you want to make content about, it's okay to be unique to you. It's okay to not do what everyone else is doing, because I find uniqueness beautiful. I find that people unmasking, being true to themselves is a beautiful thing, and it's quite inspiring to see that if someone is just being themselves and not putting up a facade to try to fit in, that is a very beautiful and powerful thing in its own right. And seeing that online is also a very powerful thing in its own right. It's okay to not know what you're doing at first. It's okay to use the space to explore and experiment with what styles you like. Like you might not know what sort of medium you'd like to share your story through. You could try writing, you could try podcasting, recording yourself through audio, you could try making a video, you could try drawing. It's okay to explore, experiment, and if one thing doesn't work, there's like many other different options out there. There's people who share stories online without showing their face. I think they're called VTubers. Like there's so many different ways to tell your story. And it doesn't necessarily have to be through video where you show your face to the whole world if that's something you're not comfortable with. Yeah. And it's okay to keep it simple. I make videos in the same format as I do 6 years ago. 6 years ago when I started, I spoke in front of a camera like this. And I do the same thing now. It's because that's just the way I want to make videos. I find filming a bunch of B-roll and editing cinematic shots together very tedious, and I don't necessarily enjoy that process. Occasionally I do enjoy if I like put a little short film together, but doing that for every single video is not me. It doesn't work for me. It's too much energy, it's too much time, it's too much mental load, and it just, if I had to do that, I would not make videos and basically just make a podcast, to be honest. It's just too much effort. And that's just the way I make videos, and that's okay. But if you wanna, incorporate cinematic shots into your videos or shoot B-roll, that's okay too. It's, again, with the uniqueness, it's okay to do the style and format that works for you. And the only rules, I guess, for me as a creator who doesn't do it as like a full-time job or like with the attempt to make money off the platform, the only rules I have are like governed by me, because I'm not doing it to make a living, essentially. That's not my goal. The only rules are the rules I impose on myself about the content I want to make and how I make videos and stuff. No one else really imposes rules on me because, again, I don't do this for monetary gain. I don't make a living off making art and videos. Yeah, and it's okay to set your own rules too. If you don't like any rules at all, that's okay too. You just want to YOLO your videos, that's completely okay too. Again, there's so many ways to tell our story, and there's not a singular dimension of how to tell our story, because we're all very complicated human beings. We all are so diverse in so many different ways. While we might have similarities, we're also very diverse in different ways. And it's okay to do it your way, your style. While I haven't been successful on YouTube in terms of being sponsored or making a living out of this or not getting any monetary gain from this, and having a relatively small audience, I have found success in other ways through personal growth, confidence on speaking on camera, overcoming social anxiety, and being more confident vlogging in public, and unmasking and not putting less pressure on myself, and being able to look back at this 6-year journey of being on YouTube and going, holy fuck, the guy from 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago is unrecognizable. Like the 2018 version of Lev would never have seen the 2024 version of Lev and expected him to grow in such a direction and this rate and go down this trajectory. Like my younger self would have looked at me now and been, holy fuck, like I transform into that guy, like holy shit. And it's just documented on YouTube for the past 6 years mostly. And that is my version. That's my YouTube success so far, is documenting my journey and being able to look back and seeing how far I've come in terms of who I am as a person. And this doesn't just include like trans identity or autistic identity. It's just me as a person in general in so many different areas of my life. Being able to look back at all of my documented videos and seeing how far I've come in terms of different thoughts as well, and perspectives on life, and how I treat myself and stuff like that, is just mind-blowing. And that is my success from doing YouTube so far. That is my success. That is my success. Yep, that's all the thoughts I had for this video. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some encouragement, especially for budding creators out there, or people thinking about starting YouTube or making videos but are like a bit unsure, anxious. It's very natural to feel anxious starting something new like this, putting yourself putting yourself on the internet into the world can be very scary. And I completely get that from someone who used to experience severe social anxiety. Take it one step at a time, and know that if your first try doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that all of your tries won't work out. I will see you in the next video.